Go to Josh first.
Let's do all since we're all talking.
Oh, okay.
We're doing all.
Cool.
I like that.
All righty.
We're all here.
Yeah, we are. What's up, everybody?
Hello. I'm not looking at my...
How's it going?
And we're back.
And we're back. Man.
It's been too long for me, man. I've
Yeah,
been
dude.
on the road like a lot. But I think I shared this with you a little bit early on. I've been capturing small towns on my journey. And I finally got, I've got everything loaded in Final Cut, and I've got my outlines and storyboards.
Yeah.
So we'll have these little weird small towns out in various places in the country, and how we'll learn very quickly that all the things that we think are very unique to us aren't unique at all.
Right.
Really aren't all. Everywhere has they're the place that George Washington slept last night. You know, whatever. Everywhere has their thing.
Their little claim to fame.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Pretty much no matter where you're at.
There's
What's up,
the man. What's up, dude?
Not much. What are you into?
Welcome to the party.
Yeah, I know. It's been too long. We were just talking about
Yeah,
that.
it has.
You want some 1792?
Yes, I do. Please.
Hey, I've got some Crown up in the cabinet if you want that.
Welcome back. No, I'll just take it neat, amigo.
Now, see, before this, we were talking.
We were talking Star Wars, by the way,
were
before we
talking
started.
Star Wars.
All right, so we'll do a real quick poll because everybody knows I like to go around the room. So, top of your head, first instinct, favorite Star Wars character?
Darth Maul.
God, it's so good. Josh?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Boba Fett.
I'm Boba Fett 100%.
Yeah,
If you
Boba
ask
Fett.
me, now, my second is Darth Maul. And I want so much in Obi-Wan was just waiting for the spider legs to come back, you know.
Oh yeah, because he
got cut in half and he
got
survived.
cut in half, survived, got exiled by Sidious, went to a garbage planet, got mechanical legs, went mad, and then got I don't remember exactly how he got back into the it's been 8 years since I've seen the Clone Wars, but I believe him and his brother
There you go.
got reunited and they did something somewhat. I hope not only does his original actor come back, but he comes back.
Yeah, and the guy who played him played Nightcrawler in the X-Men movies.
Okay.
I can't remember which one of the series. He played Nightcrawler in one of them. But yeah, I'm with you. The guy who played Darth Maul was awesome. But it was such a cool character, the look and everything. And I was like, am I at a Prodigy concert or is this
What I'm waiting for though is for them to finally bring Starkiller into movies. His story's a little fuzzy to me. It's been a while, but I've heard it's like one of the best stories, at least Sith wise, ever told in Star Wars. At least I think he's incredibly underrated.
So have either of you seen the new Dune movie?
Nope.
No.
I've not even seen the first one. I want to. I wanna. Paul Atreides has been all over my TikTok page.
I guarantee.
Man, I've just been doing nothing but work.
Yeah, I know. You've been working all the time. You know, it's interesting.
You too.
I know. It's everything is back to normal. I will say that. It's all back to normal. And that the new normal, all that crap's gone. It's literally back to the way it was.
Pretty much everything's went back to pre-COVID days.
It has, except for prices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the biggie. That's that's
insane.
not the biggie, but that is a biggie.
It is. It is.
You like my light diffuser?
I love it, man. That's brilliant.
It's a pillowcase.
It's brilliant, though.
I don't know if any of the cams can get it.
No, they can't. I don't want them to. That was on purpose.
Freaking great.
No, the room cam is actually not on.
So I know everybody's
that's
seen
okay.
the all the stories. Like the Daily Mail UK posted a story about spruce pine,
Yeah.
and CNN posted a thing about spruce pine.
CNN?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
and everybody's like, "Oh, this, what's going on? It's so dangerous." It's really simple. Anytime any
Hurry, Chase. We're talking
company or a group of companies spends
about your... Pull that
seven
up,
hundred.
Noah.
Pull what up?
It's on your... Just hit desktop on the... All plus desktop.
Oh, did you bring that article up?
Hang on.
So
I'm looking
Yeah,
for it.
I grabbed the one from the UK Mail.
okay.
I do not see a button that says that.
Nothing
Well-
that says desktop or screen share.
There it is. That's what I'm...
Aha! Pop, 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 pop. Okay, so everybody's seen this. Everybody, so locally on all the socials, everybody's like, "Why so much interest now? What's going on?" And it's very simple. Anytime anyone invests $700 million,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
it gets big attention.
Yeah.
It does. It
Somebody's
does.
So-
going to notice.
Yeah, you can't not.
So the article is tiny backwater town in North Carolina. I love backwater. What exactly does that mean?
I don't know. That
What does
sounds like
backwater
a
mean?
bayou town
It
or
does.
something.
We're not a bayou town. We're
Yeah,
a,
I know.
It's a
We're-
great song by the Meat Puppets.
yeah. we're not backwater. Like the only water we have here is just the Toe River.
We're actually the front water.
we are.
We are the front water, the headwater.
biggest
Headwater
water.
town.
Headwaters of the French Broad River, the sign says on the bridge across
Yeah.
South Pass 19E.
So yeah, I've seen a lot of comments online saying that well, that makes us a further target for terror attacks and whatnot, and I would
What?
have to disagree. I would have to wholeheartedly disagree because not even terrorists are dumb enough to shoot themselves in the foot like that. I mean, they'll shoot themselves, blow themselves up because they get their
They need
70
it for the
versions.
guidance systems on their missiles to
Right.
shoot it.
Right, right. Like Russia, whoever you're talking about has to have this product.
100%. So, which
Everybody.
means
Even ISIS has to have this
invasion
stuff.
would be unlikely.
It would.
be likely, but not destruction.
Well, it would be more likely than a terror attack.
yeah, and which would be hard because we'd see it coming for a long time because it's like the highest overall ridge on the East Coast
Yeah.
is this area here. So we got a lot of it. It's high ground.
So good luck.
It's really hard to get materials out of here, which
Uh-huh.
don't get me started on the infrastructure. Because if we realized that it was so valuable, which we did, 50 years ago now,
Right.
and we've not improved the methodology for getting it in and out of here.
Right.
Well,
mean-
one thing's for certain: we don't need to be putting it on shipping container boat on
Yeah, right.
ships and sending it out.
Yeah.
Two things. We can't put it on a container going under a bridge, and we can't send it out Mine Creek Road.
Right. Right. Well, we do send it down Pine Creek Road all the time.
But we shouldn't because
It doesn't make it.
It gets hit on the bridge or it falls over.
pull them doors too, by the way, please.
Jimmy,
Thank you,
you
sir.
have ruined the term high ground for me. I can't hear it.
We got the high ground.
We really do. Thank you, Chase.
Yes, sir.
We do.
But my what I wanted to talk about with that is, I mean, there's a couple of simple facts that are true. Number one, without Spruce Pine Mining District, the semiconductor industry does not exist.
No,
basically.
It would be way behind.
It would be way
decades
behind.
behind.
This will be quite literally the place that powers the AI revolution.
Yeah.
No joke.
Yeah.
Like our town, our area here sets at the center of everything that's about to happen. Those things, when you really get down to the brass tacks of the matter, are true. They're 100% true.
So what you're saying is Spruce Pine, North Carolina is going to be responsible for the destruction of the world.
It could be. It could be, yes.
Awesome. Go on.
But that begs this one simple question that I come back to all the time. Is why are we not seeing a windfall from that here?
Okay, so
And why shouldn't
real
we?
quick, I don't disagree. I'm interested. I really, really hope that our EDC was behind getting this message out there.
That would be awesome.
I hope if you did, great job.
Yeah,
because
for
the
real.
marketing in the past 2 weeks
Yeah.
If it's just the financial report, which I believe to be mostly true, is probably because UK picked up. Sabelco's global financials probably got hit with their investments.
Yeah.
That's what's probably fueled this, is just people who watch reporting of what. All right, and you know this. You build. When you want to know where the economy's going, you go to look and see if Caterpillar's selling machines to move dirt.
Right.
Yeah.
You look for where the big stuff is moving at the core. So raw materials, who's moving dirt. That really is the truest indicator of economic health or growth or whatever. So chances are that these articles were generated from financial reporting because at the end of Q1 or fiscal year end, maybe last year, depending on the reporting.
Yeah, more than likely.
Probably right there. It's the end of that year reporting, so they got their end of year reportings, and then their next year plan. The timing of that's right. So, if not, please, and I just saw the announcement of our chamber and EDC merging. Capitalize. Your work is done. Grab all these packages, put it in a 5-slide PowerPoint, and start going out and getting people to invest.
Yeah.
Now,
Yep.
you've got about 3 weeks and the time's ticking. I mean,
If that long.
Really, for real,
I mean, the
because
news
everybody's on to the
cycle-
next thing.
Yeah, the news cycle
People
is
will be more
so quick.
concerned with P. Diddy and the bridge collapsing if we don't capitalize
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah, I can't believe I saw it. Well, maybe just because I live here, I guess. But yeah, it's like we're seeing those articles, and P. Diddy's getting raided by the feds, and bridges are collapsing in
Yep.
cinematic type fashion.
Yes, they are. That was
It's like watching
Wow.
a Transformers movie.
Wild.
I'm unfamiliar with what you're talking about.
The bridge in Baltimore that fell?
You didn't see this?
Didn't see it.
There was a literally shipping, like cargo shipping container, one of those giant like Maersk
a cargo ship.
cargo ships, lost power and collided with a bridge
Oh wow.
in Baltimore, like
A
over
major
a
bridge.
mile long bridge,
Major
and it all collapsed into the.
Every bit
Bay.
of it. Yeah. There was 20-some people on it, I think.
Yeah.
And I think the last update I saw, this is yesterday, I haven't seen any today, but as of yesterday, there were 6 that were still unaccounted for.
Yeah, that's
But
what
the
I saw.
Mayday call saved a bunch of people. The
Oh,
ship
'Cause
put out,
They had
blocked
divers.
the bridge,
They had
didn't
divers within hours,
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
couple hours.
Yeah.
The sad thing is today it's no longer search and rescue. It's recovery now.
sure.
That
sure.
just transitioned to about an
I
hour
saw
or so ago.
one of the first 2 people that got pulled from the rig. That one of them was in critical condition, which I hope they're fine, and then the other one refused treatment. Can you imagine just being like, "Yeah, I was on a bridge,
And
it
it fell."
collapsed into the thing. They pulled me out, and I was fine. I went home that night. I was in bed by 4.
Oh, my
Sad thing.
God.
Like,
They probably
that's
couldn't
crazy.
afford treatment.
That's true. I mean,
Yeah.
I fell off of a bridge. The collapse got hit by, but I can't go to the hospital
Yeah. Yeah.
because everything's 3 times
well,
what it
you
was
would
4
hope
years
that
ago.
your hospital bills would be being paid
Should be
for by
covered
somebody.
by the city, at least. Go
But-
ahead and switch us off that.
I wanted to go touch on the article one more
Oh,
time.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, we
Please.
know we've seen pretty much what we need to see, but I think it does beg the question. And I keep remembering this, Josh, when we had Alex on for the first podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when we started asking him about like why do we not tax this in some way?
Yeah.
How is it? Again, I go back and ask. You know, you look.
It is. I think that's what I don't know the details, but it is.
I don't think it is. Alex said it wasn't, and that there had been proposals on the table to tax it in some fashion.
Yeah.
But the problem is there's so many different things. Like, do you tax it based on its because there's different.
Right.
So
You
it
know,
has to
and
be
different levels of processing that go out. You know,
So,
my understanding
okay.
is Quartz Corporation doesn't really do minimal processing here and then ship it overseas to be done.
Yeah, they float it here. They,
Right.
They,
So you're talking about local tax because once they
Yeah,
export
yeah,
it,
yeah.
they have to be taxed.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
taxed. I mean, on a federal
Got it.
level,
But
and it's
locally,
probably
you're
even a
talking
state
about-
level, if I had to guess, in some fashion. But I do not think
yeah,
the raw
just for the
material
corporate
is
tax.
taxed on a local level. And again, I ask,
Wow.
I don't. Why not? Or like, okay, you see other places. I mean, let's not be the same West Virginia coal mining towns that we've seen forever and ever and ever. Like the coal mining industry basically exploited West Virginia and other parts of Appalachia for decades.
Yeah.
And look at what they were left with. Basically, unlivable cities and places where you now see extreme poverty.
Yep.
And a mansion. The Greenbrier Hotel.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
in the middle of it.
one of the no, I get what you're saying.
Like, but I think that it comes back to that, and I see where Alex is coming from. He's like, how do you tax? Like, if you were to let's just say we tax raw material, like coming out of the ground here in some fashion. Well, do you tax what comes out of the ground? How do you tax product that is like ideal? Probably a Sabelco would get taxed less because they're doing processing here, more processing here.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, these are the concepts. Whoa.
What do you got?
What's happening?
Close that page.
That's a groove. Sorry.
That was so loud.
YouTube, that was not our fault.
Oh, that was played through the headphones? That
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I heard that. Wow. Sorry, everybody. So
No, but, I guess what I'm saying is like, I go back to that, and why shouldn't we be,
So
in some fashion, benefiting from this?
should have asked Ralph this other night when he was on here with you guys. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, Ralph. Hey,
Hey, Ralph.
when I see you in Ingalls, I got a question for you.
But they
You
were
know-
saying it just was dead when they tried to do it before. The proposals were there, but it became so complicated
Uncomplicated.
Yeah.
Pound.
Yeah.
Weight.
Somehow.
And then the process doesn't just weight out of the ground. Weigh, you have to put in scales. Every truck that comes down the mountain, weigh it, and everything that hits any shipping device, whether it's a train or something that goes out, weigh it again, and give them the variance for what's they carry back out. But what comes out of the ground, there's your measure, that's your control, and what actually gets shipped out.
I wonder if you could
And do it on a monthly basis.
rather than doing that, because I don't know that would require the local government to force Sabelco to give them their shipping logs, all that stuff. Why wouldn't we just do a tax like anything else? It'd just be a percentage of
A
profits.
revenue tax?
Yeah, revenue tax only on mining companies.
Yeah.
And the other thing Alex said in rebuttal to that was that these companies use a lot of local labor.
They
I don't know if that's still true or how true that
Yeah,
is
it
now,
is
but I
true.
know that
It
has
is.
historically
I'll tell
been
you,
the case.
they do.
And the more that what would happen is if we went after this to tax it, then you would lose. They would start to bring in outside contractors at cheaper rates.
Right.
It's a risk you got to take. It's a managed risk.
But then you're dependent on these large multinational companies where the bottom line is always the most important thing, pretty much.
Yeah.
Any company,
In any company, but now you're dependent on them to basically be
Now, I will say,
to work on the honor system.
there's a lot of local people employed at the gym
yes.
every morning. Like everybody in the gym with me at 4 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Wearing high vis.
They're all from the mines.
Yeah.
Every one of them,
Right.
without almost without exception, are in some way employed. Their conversations they're speaking a language I don't understand, but
Unfortunately, I speak that language.
yeah, I'm sure you do. You probably know the roads, the equipment, they know everybody's name. Like, we saw somebody, he comes by once a month with some sort of spray truck. I don't, whatever they're talking about. But there's a whole lingo, but it definitely employs quite a few people.
Well, even the contractors, a lot of them are local too. They contract. I know Sabelco contracts out local trucking companies.
That makes sense.
They contract out a lot of local companies for different
Feldspar
things.
Trucking just got bought out by somebody, I think.
Did they?
Yeah, I'm not sure who. You can look that up. But I saw there was a news
Finally
article
sold
about
it.
Finally sold it. I don't know where that company's based out of, but yeah, I guess that's just a catch-22. Like, but if we're literally going to be, my whole thing that
All
struck me
all
at that-
taxations are catch 22.
I know.
But and we get hit all the time as consumers and with like a new excise tax on your 4-wheeler or your vehicle or whatever.
Yeah.
At some point, you just got to do it.
Well, and sometimes I wonder, like, if you, as local government, you kind of have to play that line.
And is that
So
a
it's
county?
like, okay, well, we're going to put this into thing, and we'll see what kind of support it gets. And then that scares them. They're all of a sudden they're like, oh no, now we need to, we got to put more money back. You know,
Something that big, they would be advised to operate at a state level, and then figure out how to split the VIG to get the state's money and state's attorney to fund it and support it, and then literally have a state county split. It'd have to go both ways and I can't believe, and I'm ignorant. I'm not saying that this doesn't happen. It seems as if the state, with all these articles, would already be saying,
Yeah.
how does the state get their money?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Beyond the county. And I know we're set up to where our counties operate on their kind of own deal, but the state regulates alcohol.
Can you look up Sabelco's? Well, here I can probably do it on my phone. Let's remind that astronomical number. What was just Sabelco North America was like $43 billion or something last year.
I would pull it up, but I don't want to open Google again.
Yeah, you may get your earbuds blasted off.
That was that. Why was the gain literally all of it?
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just the way.
The system doesn't value your eardrums.
No,
doesn't.
clearly not. I think my soul left my body for about 0.5. I had to.
It came
recollect
back. You're
myself.
fine. It's
Yeah,
all right.
you're good. You're good. Oh, everybody. So we're going to be streaming here for a little while. Then we're going to go over to, we have launched a Locals page. So Locals is a subscription model. So that's where you can financially support us. It's super cheap. It's $5 a month. And there you will get exclusive content. And that's where we have the dangerous conversations. We have real conversations here. But on Locals, we can have the dangerous conversations. And I like those. The ones that are considered too dangerous for YouTube, too dangerous for Facebook. It's and it's exclusive only to Locals.
I like that concept, Locals.
Yeah,
That's a good name.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So you can find us there. I will link it here in just a minute. It's Small Town America Podcast, just like on YouTube and Facebook, everywhere else. But $5 a month, you get exclusive content, and we got a lot of cool stuff in the works that's going to be really cool.
I got to step out real quick.
Yeah, go
Take
for
this
it.
call.
No worries,
for it.
brother.
Yeah, Locals, you can talk about anything. Anything
Let's
goes.
go. I'm excited.
I am too.
It's gonna get down and dirty.
It is.
Down and dirty.
So, have you found it yet?
Nah,
I'm pretty sure it was like $40 billion.
yeah, I think it was something like that. Yes.
I'm a huge fan of taxing corporations, taxing. If we're going to tax the populace, do a flat sales tax, and abolish income tax for individuals,
Yeah, I agree.
both on a state and federal level.
Good thing we're on our way there in North Carolina. Buddy, that makes me feel good.
It does.
I'm proud of our North Carolina State Legislature for that.
Yeah, I am too.
Just on that one simple issue there. I don't know. I'm not going to comment on everything else that they're doing, but
Sure.
on that one simple issue, the fact that we are stepping closer and closer to eliminating a state income tax is
yeah.
pretty incredible.
Do it. Let's
And
do it.
along with a budget surplus every year.
Yep.
That's
do
pretty
it.
sweet.
I'm a big
And
fan.
I love that idea of anchoring it to the growth of government plus inflation or whatever
Yep.
he was saying.
Yeah.
It can grow. The government can grow no more than the cost of what it was. The cost of
the cost of living plus
inflation.
I think.
Which that's
Thanks, what he said. I'll have to go back and rewatch it.
But that's awesome. I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of that.
Yeah, I
I mean,
am
that's
too.
good government. I mean,
That
honestly,
is, yeah.
you got to
That's
give credit
good
where
policy.
credit's due. That's moving government in the right direction in a
Mm-hmm.
in an economy in North Carolina. Well, not just in North Carolina, we were not in a good spot like 10 years ago.
Oh gosh, not even that long ago. I feel like we were
Yeah.
in a horrible spot. Like the didn't the state like file bankruptcy or something one year? I remember like they were
close to.
maybe that's what it was.
They were having to take. I remember at one point we were taking money out of like the highway
Yeah.
safety fund or
Yeah.
whatever, and using that to balance the budget.
Dear Lord.
Which that's a dangerous concept, you know.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yep, that's it. That's exactly what we were doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, that's also a function of when one party, in this case, the Democratic Party, was in charge of this state for like 100+ years. I mean, it was crazy, and it would be the same if it was the Republicans. I mean, that gets entirely just corrupted from the bottom up.
Uh-huh.
I mean, when one party has complete control for that long, I mean, that's insane.
Yep.
Good old North Kakalaki.
Yeah.
Bunch of Kennedy Democrats.
Yeah.
Strom Thurmond Democrats.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's so funny now that, to me, Kennedy and Strom Thurmond today, they would be canceled.
Oh, God. Yeah. Strom Thurmond, definitely.
Arguably, Kennedy was canceled.
Yeah. He just got canceled by the CIA.
He did.
He got canceled by a 3-letter agency.
His subscription to life expired.
It was
did.
canceled.
He was unalived.
Yeah, his subscription was canceled.
Yeah.
Man. And the CIA was responsible. Who would have thunk it?
Oh, that's just a conspiracy theory. Ooh.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
really?
They can
Yeah.
release the documents.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Linked
all
them to
but
it, yeah.
said it pretty much.
Yeah, it linked them to it.
That wouldn't be the first thing a shady government agency has done.
And that
to
just came
people.
out, and everybody's like, "Yep, we know."
Yeah.
And just move right along. with
Even
nothing.
RFK Jr. was like, well, we know.
Yeah. Tim Dillon, when he interviewed him, he was saying that the power went off in the middle of their podcast, and I don't think he was being facetious when he said that Bobby and Cheryl
Really?
was kind of not loving it.
Really?
Yeah, like I think they live with a genuine fear.
I
Imagine.
mean, I would.
Imagine your uncle and your father both
We're assassinated by the government.
Yes, that's what you're dealing with.
Jeez.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's just the earth. I feel somewhere there was a tsunami just now.
Yeah. And then you could hear it in the mic.
There'll be someone on Facebook being like, "Did you hear that boom? Someone's shooting dynamite." That's just.
I mean, if a government agency decided, "Hey, I'm going to kill your family today," I don't think I trust them that much either.
No, I don't.
No, I don't trust them.
I mean, I can definitely understand where he's coming from with that. For
Yeah.
sure. 100%.
I can too.
I hope Bobby, so he announced his running mate.
Really, I didn't see
yeah,
that.
was that the one that everybody thought it was going to be? You can look it up, Noah, or you can look it up on there. RFK's running mate. She's a lawyer, young lawyer from California. It's actually
Nicole Shanana.
what's the guy from Google? Sergey Win?
Yeah.
That's Sergey Win's ex-wife, actually.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
She's a smart gal, and I think he's kind of
Nicole Shanahan.
yeah.
Shanahan. Shanana.
Shanana.
Nicole Shanahan. RFK's running mate. Who is Nicole Shanahan? She is.
And I feel like the assassination of not only JFK but MLK, so like it was only the beginning of like shady government stuff.
Oh yeah, CIA's had their hands in everything. It's crazy. Crazy.
Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's earned a law degree from Stanford in California. Has helped found multiple organizations focused on health of humans and the planet. Focused drew her to Kennedy last year. A lot of work I do with my foundation, Bia Echo, and my venture fund is around human and planetary health. She recently told ABC News, if you look at our portfolio, it's kind of like how do we fund women's healthy fertility? How do we not just go to these maximalist public health policies that really forget the importance of the individual? So personalized medicine requires us to understand the nuances of how each individual reacts in its environment. I like her.
She's I think they're banking on she's younger.
Very, yeah. She's way younger.
How young is she?
She is, let's see, 28. No, I'm just kidding. 38.
38.
Yep.
That's exactly all right. Well, it's my age.
Mine too. Yep.
That'd be cool. Woman, 38-year-old
38-year-old
female
woman?
vice
Yeah,
president.
let's do
like
it.
that.
Let's do it.
But I think they're thinking, number one, she's connected in the Silicon Valley.
She's in the tech world.
For sure. Yeah, so I think they're thinking drive some money to that campaign because apparently it is extremely expensive without the help of the two major parties to even get on the ballot in all 50 states. And that is basically you have to have that or you can't. You basically have no hope.
Yep. Yep.
But then I think also just kind of getting that younger.
Yeah, I would love
crowd.
to have somebody to choose from that wasn't 94.
Like if I was Biden or Trump, that VP pick would kind of scare me because you got a young female who's obviously very articulate,
smart.
successful. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, like right now, you've got women. A lot of women in this country are looking at the two presidential choices and thinking, grandpa or misogynists.
Yep.
Let's just be honest. I think that's what a lot of them are.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
that would scare me if I was Joe Biden or Donald Trump there. If he can get some momentum under him, we're talking about RFK's vice president. But if you could get some momentum under you, I mean, what about here's what I see, and people have told me I'm crazy, and some people have been like, What about a three-way tie or something close to that? So let's say RFK gets good momentum and swings 33% of the vote. Biden swings 33 and Trump swings 33. In that scenario, would there be a runoff?
Oh man!
Like let's say Trump or let's say Biden and Kennedy got the two highest vote gets.
There would be a very
if you have to get
stringent recount.
Well, you have to get a certain amount of the electoral college too, don't you? So there would be a runoff.
Yeah,
right?
it'd be a runoff.
Yeah, I don't know that they could get 33 because of the electoral college.
Well, you could, but you just have
could,
to have a runoff, right?
If that were to happen, I still think the electoral college
would eliminate
one of them at
There's
least.
no way it'd be a three-way.
Yeah, there's no. I don't know that there would be a two-way just because of the electoral college.
Yeah, you might be right because definitely couldn't be a three. I mean,
Right.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just talking about overall vote splitting. I'm not
what
like
we're saying
talking
is
about.
instead of the country being split in two, it's going to be split into thirds, which
Yes.
sounds way better.
I'd rather have that than this. I'll be honest with you. Where but you've sincerely got 45% of the population in the middle being like,
What
This
the hell,
sucks
guys?
all.
Yeah.
yeah, this all sucks.
Yeah.
And I've never seen a time in my lifetime where more people think that way.
Yeah.
Anybody that has a brain and thinks for themselves would tell you that, I think.
Yeah.
I wonder if there was a time in the early 1800s, because chances are good back in the early America days that it was very similar.
Yeah.
Because
there was a time.
Because you were very limited to getting information in rural areas. Big groups of people would drive everything. So it's probably not brand new.
Yeah.
But there's no reporting at the level there is now. That being said, I'm just kind of spitting out loud, but both candidates are just like, this is the best we can do. Like,
It's not the best we can do, Jimmy.
I know.
It's not the best we can do.
You know what I've always said is take money out of the equation. Make everyone on that checkbox where you say, I'd like to donate $3 to the election fund. That's the pool. Every radio has to give every candidate the exact same amount of time. You can't buy more. You can't use less. Everybody has to have the same. Take money out of it. Then we'd actually get people who want to do a good job.
I know.
But money drives it.
Everything.
Well, and it goes back to what I said on the podcast with Andy. Until we stop these people from using Washington D.C. as a feeding trough to pig out them, their family, their friends, set them up for life, pig out financially. It's going to continue, if not get worse. I'm fairly pessimistic there. I don't see.
We have so much chaos on so many fronts right now. I mean, our own infighting.
Chaos is great for the establishment, though.
That's great for everybody but us, but the regular people. It just, okay, a little bit of a tangent, but somewhat politically related. is this bridge thing a terrorist attack?
I don't think so.
I think it's just purely coincidental.
Yeah, I do. Considering there was Mayday calls, you saw the ship lose power several times.
But was the power killed remotely?
If it were a terror attack, somebody would have claimed it, because that's the whole goal of a terror attack is to, you don't commit an act of terror and then just not say nothing.
So
I think I know
read,
what that was. That they said there was it went out and then there was
they recovered.
supposedly recovered. Then there was black smoke or whatever.
Yeah.
That to me looks like those are diesel powered ships. So that to me looks like a diesel engine trying to restart. Is what that is. It's just when you start a semi, it's the same thing with a ship.
But I think with the ships they have like multiple. I mean, they have tens on tens on tens of diesel engines, massive.
So supposedly
they have multiple. Something happened. Yeah, something happened. I don't think it was an act of terror.
Throw you a curveball here,
I don't think
because
Russia.
I know you
either.
like conspiracy a little bit. Throw you a curveball. Reportedly, that port has the most import of automobiles and farm machinery than any other port in the world. More farm machinery and automobiles come into the U.S. From there than anywhere else.
Was that ship leaving?
That ship was leaving.
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
It was leaving. It was leaving. It was on its way out. But the port's now closed
Right.
for all incoming shipments. With the proliferation of EV, big oil, automobiles, John Deere, Detroit. Just saying. I'm not saying I believe this at all. I'm just repeating things that have been said to me in the past 24 hours.
Right.
Your tinfoil hat is very strong, Jimmy. Your tinfoil hat is incredibly strong.
It's
today.
not mine. I have a lot of friends that have a lot of tinfoil. We'll get to recycling next, by the way. I'm pretty mad about that.
Well, it's funny, even the simple fact that we automatically go to that now. That our first instinct is like, oh my God, somebody's attacked us. Like, it says something about it, and half the time it ends up being the truth.
A lot of times it does. I don't know. I'm skeptical. I don't see any evidence that points.
I don't see
Here's the
any
thing.
evidence.
Human error is always going to fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always. You just can't. Mistakes are made.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, maybe we should reconsider whether we're designing bridges to be struck by shipping containers, and considering shipping containers go under them all day long.
Well, I wonder how long had that bridge been there?
I'm sure it's probably
The Francis
was before
Scott
they
Key
got that
was
big.
what, 50s?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
So I'm sure it was not designed to handle that. I'm sure.
Oh,
it was.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
there's
and I
no
don't
way.
think from everything I've seen, they had reached out to ask people like engineers, like,
Yeah.
none of them were. They were like, people don't understand. Those shipping containers are literally the biggest ships on planet Earth.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
literally. I mean, they dwarf like your cruise ships by.
Yeah.
They dwarf the county.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
they're
do. They're
literally that
massive.
big. They're
Yeah.
huge. So I mean, and the other thing, people were saying, well, like, why couldn't they do it? It wouldn't have drifted off a course like that. Well, that bay has currents in it, like an ocean current in it. too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not just like it's a stagnant body of water. It's not like it's a lake.
No, you're at the
You know,
mercy
and
of
they'll
water.
even, that can carry even the biggest ships off course. So
Water can erase islands,
yeah.
Yeah.
halves
Yeah.
of continents.
Mountains.
Atlantis.
It can. Yeah. It sure can. It sure can. Yeah, I'm not. I'm skeptical. I don't think that was a terror attack. I don't think
I
Russia
don't
was
either.
either. I don't think ISIS was responsible for Russia. Dude, that has CIA written all over it. All
Maybe.
over it. Those guys claimed no allegiance to Russia, to ISIS whatsoever. They were tortured and interrogated live. Like, they filmed it. The Russians filmed it and put it. I saw it. They put it on Twitter. They
Oh my
actually
gosh.
cut one of the dude's ears off and fed it to him. I mean, they legit tortured these guys. And all their stories were the same. Somebody approached them on Telegram, offered them $1 million rubles, $500,000 up front, paid them to carry out the attacks, and shipped them weapons. Dude, that's got CIA written all over it. That has CIA written all over it.
Yeah, you better be careful.
They might come for us next.
You know, we are at the center of the AI revolution now, Josh.
All
We're on the map now,
our
buddy.
6 listeners. Oh, but
I'm like you. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise
that
me.
was the first thing I
I wonder if they'll
thought.
change it to CAI.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, I watched a really interesting video on the CIA recently. I'll send it to you guys. It was a YouTuber who does little mini documentaries. It was really, really good, really well done. I don't remember the guy that done
I'm
it.
not a conspiracy theorist at all. I'm very much, as you guys know, like people say whatever. I'm like, show me the evidence. Like the whole Walmart fiasco with the kid getting tased and all that stuff. I don't believe anything until I see the
I
evidence.
don't know if I don't know if I'm familiar with that.
Where the cop who got tased out there with the diabetic
Oh
thing.
yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I don't have any opinion on that because I wasn't there and I'm not seeing
Right.
the evidence.
I have been proud of people that has not become like a big. It doesn't appear to have. I mean, I've seen people have their stupid, dumb, knee-jerk reaction opinions like everybody does, and y'all should stop. But by and large, compared to what would have if this would have been last year, brought before the town election, oh my God, we would have never.
No, we wouldn't have, and that's
We
that
need a
goes back
guillotine
to,
downtown for
just-
all
yeah.
the town leaders.
You know, let the never let a good crisis go to waste.
Yeah. But I mean, for the most part, people have been pretty like, okay, like let's wait and see what.
Yeah.
what
I've not heard
actually
anything else
happened,
about
you
it.
know, like,
No, I wonder if that's a testament just to the news cycle too, and how quick everything moves. Like,
I think it is, but I think a lot of people are kind of things like that. They're like, okay, well, we don't really know anything about it. I think most people
yeah,
are kind of at least
My name's
smart
Bennett
enough.
and I ain't in it. Everybody stays
Right.
out of it. They know.
And I don't want to know. I don't know anything. I'm just
no, me neither. My only thing is why are Spruce Pine cops not wearing body cams? That's my biggest
we
question.
have learned for sure that we
Yeah.
have confirmed, and that needs to be changed.
Yeah, that needs to be changed 100%.
for sure.
Why any police officer in today's world does not wear a body cam is
And
beyond
not
me.
just for the town's sake
It's for everybody.
and for the taxpayers' sake,
Everybody.
but for the officer
Yeah.
themselves' sake.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm conflicted on that. I don't know. I don't know the value, and I say that because everybody's like the video doesn't lie. I've been in video for a very long time. It absolutely does, and because there's always there's so much room for interpretation, and it's very challenging. And I've seen video fail many times.
I have too. I would push back on that and say, even though it may be open to interpretation, it's still the window for interpretation is much less than his word
But
versus
here,
their word.
I get it. But the other side of that is now you get to a point where if there's no video, then there's no conviction of anything because everybody sets an expectation. And I'm already seeing this today. If you go to court with a case, if there's no video, they just dismiss it and move on. So it sets an expectation that video should be everywhere. And that starts removing everybody's privacy because now the expectation is cops have to have cameras. Okay, now next, all teachers have to have body cameras. Now, anyone who's within 10 feet of a kid has to have a body camera on it. It starts setting up the precedence for a police state that is like so next level 1984 George Orwell would even be afraid.
I don't know. That's
And I will tell you today, there are already events. If there's no video, law enforcement's not responding, and judges aren't prosecuting. They're dismissing if there's no video to substantiate anything. And it's more about, yes, is it always good to be able to see a video and see what happened? Of course, because we all want to go back. I do it all the time in my own house.
yeah.
You know, I do it all the time. Like, what the hell would happen here? The cat knocked the plant off the wall. I don't care how simple it is. But the expectation that we all have video of everything at all time, it's starting to me, it's starting to set up a really bad belief system culturally that everything should be captured at all times.
I think we're already there, and I think half that too may be like the slippery slope fallacy. I still firmly believe that any public servant should wear a body cam. I would push back and say the value in body cams, especially for police officers, is to make sure the police report and what's captured on the video match and is accurate. They should be held to that higher level of scrutiny. Also, as far as like being, things being dismissed automatically without video, I don't know. I'm skeptical of that claim. I would have to see the evidence of that. However, it is the burden of proof in anything does lie on the prosecuting attorneys or the prosecutor. Yeah. The burden of proof always lies on the state's shoulders. So if the state presents a case and the judge deems that there's not enough proof for a conviction, then I would rather 100 guilty men go free than one innocent person be harmed by the state.
I'm on the other side. I think for the system to work, you're going to lose some innocence along the way. It's tough.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
And that's my stance on the death penalty, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm 100% against it. I don't think that the state should have that much power at all.
No, and I get that. And I understand that I'm definitely... It's interesting how I get older, how things change from where I used to be. But I do know... just observationally, and again, video is my livelihood. It is what I do. It is my business. This is
right
where I live. But when you have knowledge of things, it makes you fearful. It makes you fearful,
I disagree. I think knowledge is the cure for fear.
It's not, from my end. For me. It's not.
Maybe education is the cure for fear. Well, I don't know. Knowledge, education,
training.
Yeah,
you can. The only way to minimize fear is a natural part of it.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I don't care how well trained you are. I don't care how you're always going to be some level of afraid.
Sure,
in my opinion. But I think the more training you get, I mean, if you feel confident in handling the situation, let's just take the police officer thing. Example, if you go into a confrontation, if you're trained to know how to deal with that, I think it's a healthy dose of both. I mean, yeah. I think I'm personally for body cams. I think those are. I understand where you're coming from. And I get it. I mean, there's nuance in everything.
Oh,
and
sure.
you would hope that nuance would be worked out in the court of law because you got to separate. And that's where things like if you can't prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt, then it doesn't exist.
But once it gets to a court of law, then it starts getting a little scary because now they're telling you what has to happen.
Well,
like they're putting sensors in bathrooms now to see people that aren't cameras because they don't have an image, but it's a sensor with a LiDAR detector that can still see an image of a person in a bathroom.
Right.
God, that's freaky.
And that exists.
Yeah, that's
right
been a
now
thing for a minute.
And they're doing that because people die in the bathrooms. They want reporting, but believe me, while you can't see an image, a camera image like a picture, it's
like a thermal image.
It's very similar to
that. Putting like a
LiDAR
in my pants.
LiDAR's kind of like
when I go in and go to the bathroom, make sure I turn
it exists. it exists.
Yeah,
and I'm telling you, it is. And everything bad you think of that is happening.
Yeah. Dang.
Sure.
It exists.
They have pictures of my wiener, Jimmy?
I don't know about yours specifically.
Damn.
I mean,
I don't like that.
I've seen some things, Chase.
Seen some things.
Seen
some stuff, man.
I'm just saying, people don't even understand. But if you think of the movie Total Recall, Arnold Schwarzenegger walking through with the X-ray, LiDAR is way better than that.
Oh, I know. What a revolutionary technology, though. Like the fact that we can scan the Amazon with LiDAR and see the terrain with
brought to you by Spruce Pine, North Carolina.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild.
The same technology maps out my house to vacuum my floor.
Exactly. Precisely.
My robot uses
Precisely.
my robot vacuum.
Precisely.
It's insane. It's insane. I love it.
Amazon's buying LiDAR maps to see what to sell you in your house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure of that.
So...
Yeah,
it's all. It's
and you're
crazy.
in this world, so
I live it. Yeah. I live it, and I know what's out there. I know more.
What's the craziest one you've seen? Well, what's the one that? Because I know you've told us 1,000 times, but maybe for somebody that hadn't listened. What's the craziest, like, mind-blowing, like, thing in retail or whatever?
The scariest thing to me is that even if you wear a hoodie, walk with a limp, put on a prosthetics to change your appearance, and you buy everything in cash, these systems can tell by your gait, by things you can't change, like the distance between your eyes from your eyes together to the bridge of your nose to your mouth. These things can identify you through glasses with a mask. They can identify you and put a number on you. And even if you buy everything in cash, you try to disguise yourself in any way, you're assigned a unique identifier of who you are and everything you buy. And if you go into another facility of the same person, group, entity, and you see that monitor that you look up that shows you're being recorded, you're going to get an image for a sale on what you bought last time you were in one of their businesses. That capability exists.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And
this is happening at the local Walmart out here.
I don't know about that, but it could. These technologies exist. And the good thing is they're not creepy.
Yet.
They never will be, because it doesn't pay to be a creep.
Right.
Being a creep gets you put in jail, like R. Kelly, P. Diddy, whatever. But what pays is getting you to give me more money for something you already want.
Yeah.
Right.
So they don't care, and being creepy doesn't scale. Creepy picks a victim, picks a target. What you want is data so you can get the maximum value from a group of unique identifiers that match a criteria at scale. So it's never going to be, there's no value in being creepy. And I will tell you, these systems are designed to where, let's say you've got a bad actor who has access to the system who wants to target one person. You just can't. There's too much data.
Right.
It's just too much to mine. To get creepy with it, you would have to tailor everything completely opposite of the way it's built to target an individual.
Right.
Now, there are nation states out there that use these technologies to target specific individuals.
Yeah. I mean, the CCP does it all day, every day.
So many
The
groups.
UK, man, all the
and now
CCTV
there's
cameras in the UK
organizations
is
for
ridiculous.
hire
Yeah.
that will do this, just like, there's those services that you can go and like delete me from the web. And they're pretty effective, actually. They're actually really good at that. There are services, it's like, tell me everything about this person, and matter of fact, tell me where they're going to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's something you can get. If from nation states, obviously, we're talking 7 figures and up. It's not like I can pull out $20 and buy it.
Right.
But these things exist.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, it would blow our minds what exists. With that in mind, though, going back to your original body cam argument, wouldn't the argument you just laid out there be wouldn't that argument go completely against the body cam argument?
No.
You don't think so?
It 100% supports it. Because what happens when all that technology is on every body cam? So it's always scanning what we're all doing at all times and building cases against this. And then you start getting a minority report. And it's like, okay, what if this, for instance, you live adjacent to a certain gas station. You just happen to be there, and these cops are always responding because that gas station's always robbed. You happen to show up tangentially in the body camera because you're getting off work conveniently at the same time it's nearby your house. Now all of a sudden the AI gets all these images robbed, and the one common denominator is you're always there. Now you're the one that they're going to build a case against.
Hmm.
I'm just saying, these are potentials for these things.
Yeah.
And back to the one innocent, that's how that happens.
Yeah.
Because there's enough corroborating evidence to say that whole law where if you remove everything else, the most obvious choice is the right answer. So if it looks like you're always there, even if it's by convenience, that's how that stuff happens.
Well, if we were just like solely relying on AI for investigations, I don't know that we'll ever get to that point.
It's happening. So many people are because people are lazy.
Well, they are. I agree with that.
What's happening now is if you're building a case against someone for bad behavior, this is already happening. You throw all the data into ChatGPT and say, analyze this and give me the best result.
Running at 4K right now. This is 1080.
Ooh. Zito does suck.
Zito, they're
Case-
awful.
Why? Why the smell of salts, man?
Okay.
Get your brain away.
Are we
I like
torturous?
these glasses, though.
What is this?
The
Fossilin?
Trostlin.
So,
Trostlins.
fun fact: those came, I believe, from a loot crate that I got for like Christmas. That's
Yep.
from a game that I play.
It did.
That
Oh, really?
It just happens to be a region within the game.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, it's kind of badass.
I know, I like it.
Okay. Are we?
I actually recently just reinstalled that game like yesterday.
What does it say in Noah? Are we still live?
Yes.
Are we?
Live.
So during the disconnect, we realized that Noah has very good taste.
Yeah, we did.
Not in drinks, in cups.
No, he picks cool logos to put on glasses.
Okay. Yeah, we're still live on YouTube. I don't know about Facebook anymore.
Boom, 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 boom. You seen the movie Tenet?
I have
Tenet?
not.
Yeah.
I have not yet.
Oh my
I heard
God.
it's great.
Christopher Nolan. Things are moving backwards and forwards in time. It's awesome.
I think I've heard of that movie name, just not watched it myself.
It's a great movie.
God dang it, Noah. Why do you have to always have it on me when I'm doing the smelling salts?
Because it's great.
Because
Did you get in trouble?
I was like, stop with the damn smelling salts.
I do
She's
have a
convinced that I'm addicted to these things.
I do have a multi-million-dollar business idea for Spruce Pine and Mitchell County,
Okay.
and that's all I'm saying.
doesn't involve Chase's smell and salt addiction.
Smelling salt.
Smelling salt factory. I bet we can
Buddy.
mine them here.
Yeah.
We can mine ammonia.
Yeah, man.
What
mine
if
ammonia.
the byproduct of quartz was smelling salts? Has anybody smelled it?
I smell it every day. And let me tell you, the HF we use in the HCl, whew, it's way worse than any smelling salts. So we'll all right, we'll go ahead and end the live stream there, and then we're going to hop over to Locals.
Bye, everybody.
So come over there, go to
Yes.
locals.com, Hollercast. Oh my gosh, I did it.
I know.
Man,
I did
we're
it
banned
the
from
other day.
YouTube forever.
We're
Thank
gonna
you.
get shot off the internet now because you said that.
No.
You said the forbidden phrase.
That 11-inch MacBook Air was one of the best MacBooks ever made.
It was. I love it.
I love the size, the
Okay,
form factor.
I'm gonna end the thing now.
Well, hang on. Whoa. Don't
Okay.
end it just yet. I've got to post the link to Locals in the chat
Hold up, Noah.
Whoa.
so people can go there and hear our uncensored thoughts, our unfettered verbal
Hey,
diarrhea.
before we head over, we're going to do something on the live stream before we head over. Have we already headed over?
No, not yet.
All right, Noah, what's your advice for the day?
Oh.
Give all the
On the
viewers your
spot
advice
here.
for the day.
Well, you put me on the spot here, Jimmy.
I know
don't
that's what I like to do. Let's hand it over to the youth, the next generation.
Well, so is my advice. Who is my advice going to?
General encouraging words, something positivity, some advice that you would give to anyone on the street.
Okay. Well, if someone asks me for any general advice, whatever hobby you're doing right now, whether it be what I do in the video game world or just invest in yourself a little more.
Damn. Did you hear that?
That's good.
That's good.
Invest in
Good
yourself.
advice.
This is a new segment we're doing right now. Ask Noah. He has articles coming out. He's got a magazine.
Really, I do.
Website.
Where's the evidence? In words of
People
Jimmy
need to
Henshaw, where's the
submit.
evidence?
I just had to put you on the spot. I'd like to do that.
Yeah, we need to submit questions. Ask Noah.
Ask Noah.
You know,
Ask
what?
Noah.
I like
live
that.
advice.
Invest in yourself a little more. You heard it from Noah. Send your questions to, what's the email address now, Josh?
Just send it to us on Facebook.
Okay.
I will probably see it, or just
Small Town America Podcast.
if you know my dad's social, you probably know mine too.
Ask Noah. I like that.
Yep, send it
Ask
to
Noah.
us on Facebook, and I just posted the locals in the chat. I'm going to post it on Facebook. Go find us over there, become a member, and you get to see the after show.
It's gonna be damn crazy, son.
It is going to be crazy. It is. We're going to say all the
You might
F
see my
words.
butt crack.
You may do it. We may
Again.
See, I mean, we've already been talking about seeing his wiener. So. All right, everybody.
Not my wiener.
Find us. No, we're not going to see that. No wieners. No wieners. Everybody, thanks so much. We'll see you.